Hi guys, today I'm going to be reviewing my new tackle bag. Tell me in the comments if it's good or bad. I don't know why I'm doing this. Last time I made a full video, it literally got no views. The only view was me. So, I have no idea why I'm doing this again. It's really stupid. So, it has 4 tackle boxes in it. Well, 5, because I have one up here, but that one has nothing in it. So these are the 4 main ones. And then here's the bottom tackle box. The bottom tackle box is all my terminal tackle. So first thing in the bottom tackle box is I have a bunch of these 3-ounce bank sinkers right here. And then the second thing is I have these nice little circle hooks, pretty big ones. Probably my biggest ones I have. And then I have these black mustard hooks. I have a bunch of them. And then I have, in this one I have 2. I have this hook right here. And then that one. This one's pretty big. It's probably my second biggest hook. And then I have 1/2-ounce jig heads. And then I have, what are these? 1/8-ounce jig heads. Oh, sorry. These ones aren't 1/2 ounce. They're 1/4 ounce. And then I have these little ring weights. 1.5-ounce ring weight. And then I have these 3-ounce pyramid sinkers. And then I have these, I think they're 3/4 sabiki sinkers. That's what I call them. I don't know what they're called. And then I have these 3/16 bullet weights. And then I have just these little mustad hooks, just like that. And then I think I have one big one. Yeah. I have one that's this size right here. And then I have these, I think these are like 30-something jig heads. 130-something. And then I have like these, like they're like hybrid circle, but like circle hooks, but not circle hooks. And then I have these 1-ounce, 1-ounce egg sinkers, bunch of split shots. Wait, did I just pick up split shot? Yeah, I did pick up split shot. And then I just have like a bunch of different mixed swivels. And then I have 2 hooks. And here, I'm pretty sure this is called an EWG hook. And then I have another big one that's red. And then I just have like some of these 3-way swivels. And that's the first thing for my terminal tackle. Well, my first terminal tackle box. And then the second tackle box is this little hand-painted glide bait with a bell on it. And then my sexy sad crankbait, popper. I don't know what color that is. And then I have like these little shrimps. And then I have these right here. By the way, this is like my hard baits and spoons. I don't know why I put the shrimps in here, but I did. But this is like a little spoon. And then I got this little inline spinner. Flats jig right here. Some people call them hair jigs. I call them flats jigs. And then I have my big glide bait. It's not big, but it's like pretty big. It's big for a lure, not big for a glide bait. And then I have my Evo chatterbait. And that's it for this tackle box. This was like my hard bait and bladed and spoons, tackle box stuff. And then put this back in. Next up is my soft plastics right here. First, I just got a bunch of mixed colors of these little curly tails. They're not rigged. Well, one of them's rigged, but most of them aren't rigged. I got a bunch of these little crappy baits with jig heads mixed in with a bunch of these little baby curly tails, all rigged. And then I got these other shrimps. I got 3 of them. 2 of the gold sparkles, and then 1 of these glow shrimps. And then I have like a ton, like when I say ton, I have like 50 of these little crappy baits. And then these are really good lures. I have some of these curly tails, pretty big curly tails. And then I have I don't know why I put these in my tackle box, but it was like a really cold one day, and I have these gulps, but they're like frozen. They're like as hard as a stick. And then I have these mooch minnows, Tennessee shad color. I also have these, it's another grub, or curly tail, or twirly tail. A bunch of people call them different things. In the firework color. And then I have Guggen Squad little craw in the watermelon seed. I have this little the pre-rigged micro swim bait. And then I have this little curly tail, and then a Senko. And then, and then there's just like a bunch of different swim baits. Like, I'm not talking about like glide baits, I'm talking about like soft plastics, like a bunch. It's insane. I have white ones, pink ones, gray ones, green ones, and then like red ones. And then the last in this tackle box is I got a bunch of Ned rigs, And then that's it for this tackle box. Let's go to the next tackle box, which is like my second terminal tackle, which I have some wire, some NOBN jig heads, and then I got like very, very small, you can barely see it, what are they called? Split shots. I have like this big saltwater bobber. Got 2 little spoons. This one right here is gold, and then that silver one. Got some little octopus hooks right here, in like all different sizes. And then I have like this little pre-rigged eagle claw hook. And then I have these little, they're like soft plastic flies. I've got some, what are these? Oh, 1/8 ounce chartreuse jig heads. 1/16 ounce chartreuse jig heads. 1/8 ounce white jig heads. 1/16 ounce white jig heads. And then 1/16 ounce pink jig head. 1/8 ounce pink jig head. And then I got 1/16 normal no color jig head, just the silver ones. And then I have 1/8 ounce normal no color jig heads. And then I have another orange tackle box, but it doesn't really have anything in it. And then, here, I'll show you what's next. Here, if this thing will shut. I'll just use the other zipper. Yeah. Here, I'm gonna have to cut the video real quick. Mind it didn't work. I'm just gonna have to use first person. So, if I could get this open. I'll just cut the video till I can get it open. Finally get it open. I have these Gulp Swimming mullets with the pink tails and then the white body. And then I have these Gulp shrimps with the new penny and the ghost shrimp on the bottom. And then I don't think they sell these anymore, but I got these like giant zooms. They're like giant ponytails. Here, I'll show you one. Oh my gosh. Put that right there. Look at that. That's insane. And then I got like, that's it for that pouch, but I have a bunch of more pouches. And then I have this Blues Mock fillet knife, a bunch of sharpeners in there, some mono, and then in here I got my pliers, scissors, and then my knife. And then, wait, could you guys see that? Let's go look at the footage. And then I got some rod holders right here. They work really well. These ones right there. And then when I open this, I got some braided line, and then some mono. And I think that is it for my new tackle bag. Bye.